Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Director's Cut Liquids. Director's Cut sells the highest grade Delta 8 THC on the market, and Delta 8 can help you with anxiety, pain relief. It helps with sleeping disorders and helps stimulate your appetite. We tried it on the podcast a few times.
We did.
And definitely it works, guys. I fucking love it. So, but also,
I tried it in St. Thomas or St. John. It was great.
Oh, it was great.
All the girls tried it. They had a blast.
I'm telling you, they sell the highest grade Delta 8 THC products on the market. They have edibles, carts. There's the drink additives. They have it all, pre-rolls. So check them out at directorscutliquids.com. And also, the guys are generous enough to provide us with a nice little giveaway package. So this is the Primetime Pack. It's a $70 value, and it contains their D8 pre-roll, the high-definition D8 pre-roll, the 25 days later edible, the Hell of a Night D8 syrup. So it's an additive that you can add to your drinks.
Sprite.
To get a little turned up. And then there's some other things in there, like exclusive pop sockets and pins and some little trinkets in there in this dope package. And just like it says on the back, in order to purchase from their website and in order to join this giveaway, you have to be 21 and over. Oof. All right, guys. Now for the giveaway, head over to our Instagram page at Insensitive Culture on tomorrow, as a matter of fact, the 21st. What we will do is we will put up the rules, and then we will pick a winner. I believe we'll let it run for the weekend. Then we'll pick a winner.
Like Monday or Tuesday or Sunday night or something?
We'll pick it maybe Sunday night.
That would be
I'd
sweet.
have to say. We'll let it run from Friday to Sunday night, and then we'll pick the winner. And obviously, like I said before, you have to be 21 and over to join. So we will ask you for ID and for verification that you are 21 and over, so don't play that. All right, guys. So you ready to get the show started?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Check it out,
Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 65 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, we have... And together we are...
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. 65 episodes. Every time we I don't know what it is about the 60s. Every time I say it, I'm like, damn, man, 60s.
Right.
60-something. Like, it's just going to get better and better.
70s.
60-something weeks together.
Ow. That's true. That's a long fucking
Through
time.
a global pandemic we may have. This isn't just like us playing around. Like, it's legit.
Yeah, oh, man. If we should put together, like, one of the earliest episodes, like the footage that we have, and just drop that on our YouTube as best as we can. That was rough times.
I don't remember.
Those are rough times.
What week did we start with the video?
Video, I want to say we started
Like
almost the entire time. Yeah. No, like I want to say we recorded
you were recording.
something,
Or you were
but we
recording
never did
almost
anything.
everything. Yeah.
but we never put it together.
We didn't start
Gotcha.
posting until I think week 40, week 42.
I was just looking at that too. We have like, I think we have like 20 videos up.
Damn. So that's almost
Nice.
a year of lost footage.
I mean, we have the audio is the most
It's
important
there.
right now,
For
but
sure.
it's there.
For sure.
At some point, we will pay someone to just
some
sift
point,
through all that stuff.
It'll
and
be
be like, yo,
like
edit it together and
Yeah, do what you
some
can.
sad music.
It'll be part of our membership plan.
That's
When
true.
you sign up to join to be a member of the IC crew, you get access to the archival original footage of the show starting up.
Oh man, all the cringe-worthy footage that we have.
All the back dicks you want.
Yep, all the back dick
We each
stories.
have to kick in a baby picture too. You get a baby picture of us.
Yo, that's
that
wild.
comes with it.
Oh man, we do have some questions to start off the show. I just don't know which one is just like
This one's
so
juicy.
so important that we that we have to get to it. I do have a
Johnny's excited.
I have a
Yeah, super.
one of the all right, one of the let's start off with a really fucking silly one, a real silly one.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so would you rather?
Uh-oh.
It's one of those. Would you
I
rather?
always have a tough time with these.
I don't think you would.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather have a nipple-sized penis or a penis-sized nipple?
Wait. A nipple-sized penis or a penis? Are we assuming
say
a
that again.
penis-sized nipple would be like the average penis length of like
Yeah.
5 point whatever inches? Or
You saw that video too,
that-
huh?
Oh, I don't know. Is there a real video?
It was some video where some lady said that the average penis size is
like
5.
6 inches. I thought it was like
Yeah.
a flat 6 or something like that.
Okay, so you're below
Anyhow,
average.
We do what we can. Fuck. What am I supposed to do out here?
But yeah, let's say the average
So you have
dick
You
size.
got like a 6-inch dick. Just are both
Yep,
nipples?
both nipples. Yep.
They're just fucking dick nipples.
That's a
I mean,
tough
I don't
call.
want a nipple dick, dude. That's for sure. So I'm gonna go with dick nipples, dude. Right? Dick nipples. I went to school with a dick nipples, actually.
That's my favorite band.
You're welcome, Dad. That was for you.
That's my
your
favorite
punk
band, the
rock-
Dick Nipples.
The dick nipples.
You're a punk rock band?
Oh man, that would be rough.
Yeah, I mean,
Either one, 'cause
we're
it-
just sitting here like this, you would see clearly 2 6-inch dick nipples hanging down, like pushing out. Do they get like if it's cold? Do they fucking
Maybe.
bone up?
Are they-
dude?
Well, the benefit is if they get cold, they actually shrink up. So you want to be cold.
Oh yeah, true that.
you
True
want
that.
to be cold.
True that.
But if a dope ass girl walks in there fully
Get it
functioning,
right.
yeah, oh yeah,
They pop
Whoa.
up. Just one, you like wake up in the morning and they're both just fucking dumb.
yeah, oh yeah. TPHOs, total penis hard-ons.
I mean, they could be used for all kinds of wild things.
Oh, so you would
Why
rock
not?
them?
I mean, if they're there, what
Oh,
else am I
yeah.
gonna do with them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Because if you're gonna have a
Yeah,
nipple, if you're gonna have a nipple-sized dick, you might as well have a vagina.
Right,
Like, what,
right.
Yeah.
what are you
Like,
doing?
It's not even really a choice.
Nah, you grow it. The second that you hit puberty, you can't even find it anymore.
Nipple. Even a big nipple. And like, what if it was like a puffy? You had a puffy nipple dick.
Damn, that would be
That's
kind
it's
of.
just like
That would be the
nothing,
worst.
right? You're like,
That'd
we're
be the
assuming
worst.
it's a normal fucking not like a Stevie Wonder with the braille nipples.
It's not even.
Fuck. Like, there's all kinds
man.
of nipples, dude. I can't take the chance and go nipple dick, and then it's a fucking puffy nipple.
No,
I would be pissed.
not at all.
Screw it. I have regular nipples, but I also have a puffy nipple dick, which is just. What do you do with it?
Yeah, I
You
mean
can't
that's
do
true. But how about if it was like, which one's worse? It would be a puffy nipple or those little. You know how some girls be having those little tiny pepperoni.
Oh,
Like the
little,
little-
tiny, like
yeah,
the
the
cup and
little-
char? They
yeah.
got cup and char nipples? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Like margarita?
Okay.
Margarita pepperoni?
Yeah, exactly. Just like
The
real
tomato
tiny, real
slices?
tiny.
I don't
It's
know
wild,
about that.
right?
Yeah. Cherry tomatoes?
Either way,
Wild stuff.
I would have to agree, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd have to deal with
even Johnny's not going to play devil's advocate on this one. He's like, nope.
Like,
Dick
well.
nipples. Dick
well-
nipples.
yeah, dick nipples.
Yeah, no.
There's no pros.
I mean,
to-
do the nipples have girth?
Yeah, I
Like-
would imagine so.
Or are they just like skinny fucking little
'cause
springs
I pictured
hanging?
them girthy like dicks. I pictured like I didn't picture like
I would have to say they have to. Yeah, they're girthy.
long pencil erasers. Like, what's the point of that? Like this,
Yeah.
Okay, because I was just thinking of like my same nipples, but like fucking
6 inches long.
6 inches long.
That's weird. I went full on dick girth from my nipples. That was immediately where I went. I
That
like,
was my assumption. Was
That's
just
where you
like
went
full
as
on, like they don't even like it doesn't even rest.
said-
It
well,
comes
it said
out
dick
at an
length.
angle,
I just pictured them hanging like
like handlebars, just through your shirt.
spin them like tassels. If you're bored, you know we'd fuck around with them, dude. We'd just be playing with them.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Fuck around. Just
I
Right.
would. I mean, I would
you end
take
up
that.
sucking on your nipple.
I can bite.
Oh,
Oh, you can
hell
easily
no!
bite.
Oh, hell no!
You can pierce the fuck out of them and just have all kinds of barbells going through. Like,
So you're gonna Prince Albert them?
or tattoo them. You could tattoo. What kind of dope ass tattoo could you do?
Oh,
It's got a big nose.
you gotta clean, you gotta
but
clean
that would
those
be
too.
sensitive. Like a
That would be
Pinocchio?
hard.
You do a Pinocchio
That'd
tattoo.
be tough.
That's true.
It would be tough.
That would be.
Danny could do it though. Danny, would you tattoo my dick nipples? respond in the YouTube comments.
You know what
Word.
tattoo I would get? I would get the Pan's Labyrinth ones, the creature, and he's like this, and then just make sure one of them is.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, it would be, but you'd never.
Literally.
I would take that and
I
then
hope to
figure
never
out.
see those.
I mean, it's gonna be scary either way. I would honestly take that and then try to figure out how much it would be for cosmetic surgery, for plastic surgery to have them
Word.
removed.
And then you instantly, the second they're removed, you have a nipple dick.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
these
see,
damn
you can't-
stipulations,
that's
man.
the-
These
You
damn
had to pick one or
stipulations.
the
Those
other.
rules.
That's just.
You're
I
adding
assumed
new
that was part
rules.
of the rule. You picked
Oh,
one or the
man.
other. If you get rid of one, the other shows up. That's not
true.
my rule.
And that's straight up insensitive
can't,
culture
like-
rules. We have to
You
up the
can't
ante.
expand the size of your dick through cosmetic surgery, but you can cut down your nipples.
you could probably
That's
do
true.
both. They put like a rod in there, like a metal rod for your dick. And they
I
make
thought
it
you
look
could
like a
expand it. I thought you could expand it with surgery.
Oh, maybe you can. I've never looked into it.
dick. Let's ask Rocco.
I never have either. We always end up talking porn, but we've all seen like the ones where it always seems like there's
You're right. Yeah.
the
There's
dude
some
with the
that shit
massive
looks-
schlong and the shit like bends it, like in a
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
angle, and you catch it and you're like,
I think
oh
I
shit.
think that's a disease, dude. Like I've seen commercials for like medicine or like they're like, hey, if your dick bends, it's called this and it's not good.
Really?
Yeah, that's not good, dude.
Well,
Your dick's
I
bending,
would
like-
I would
Yeah.
imagine that if you were completely erect and it bends, that is not natural.
Yeah, no, you don't want to bend.
So
that's
I
for
always
sure.
just assumed that this was some sort of surgery that this man had
purposely to bend
purpose,
it? Ooh.
not to bend it,
Oh,
but
okay.
to be in the porn industry.
to expand
Gotcha.
Yeah, to expand it, and
Because the bend
and then
just
from there
comes
it
with it.
causes
it just
that.
didn't work out.
yeah.
I don't know. We'd have to do a little research on that. I can't.
I
one way
don't
or
think
the
that I will do that research.
I'll get to the bottom of it. We'll figure this thing out.
You'll get behind that, wouldn't you?
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Yep. He's gonna get to the bottom of it. He's gonna get behind it. He's going to get the entire story for you. Don't
Well,
worry.
we will find
Every
out.
inch of that story.
Sounds like a good story.
We'll do one more question and then move on. So,
Damn.
I heard this online,
Mhm.
and it made me wonder. Like, it's a good question. This one they asked a woman, so that was interesting. But when you shower, what's the first thing that you wash? Everybody is so lost in thought. I'll tell you what I do. So
your shower routine.
when first thing I wash is like I start top to bottom. So like, you rinse or whatever, and then I grab the soap or whatever. I always start like chest, arms, and then you
top.
work your way down. Is that
I
not?
think I start on my belly.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, I think I start.
Soap up my
I
loofah.
do a little.
No, I go
I
chest.
start right here in the belly, and I
He gets his belly
Yeah,
out.
lather it up,
And then he
and then I go straight down to the dick and balls.
Oh, wow.
That's
Dick and balls
It's the
first.
most important part.
It's the stankiest shit. It's
Yeah.
the stankiest shit. It's the most important part. I want to make sure that shit nice and clean.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I'll let you
But
think
my
about it,
lather
Dave, 'cause
spot is the belly hair.
He lathers.
Ah,
he
that's
pulls
where-
from. He lathers
Yeah.
it all up in the belly, and then he just
This-
spreads it out from the belly to the rest of his body.
we may have to revisit
it's a
this
good
when
routine.
we finally get a female in the studio for an episode. But the girl on this show that asked this question, she was just like, "Oh, I start at the hair. I wash my hair, I rinse it, I condition it, and then
I could
that's
see
it.
that.
And then that's it." She's like,
that's
I never wash wash my body with soap because the suds from
Wait, what the fuck?
that's what she was saying. And then and the dude was just like, yeah, like that's what that's what I'm saying. Like the soap is hitting your body anyway. And I'm just like, nah.
That's not how soap works.
I don't know if it's cleaning her.
I don't think
ass
that's
like
how
it should
soap
be.
works.
Word. I was quite honestly,
It's not getting in those nicks and crannies.
I was waiting for Dave to agree with that right there because I was just trying to find the common denominator in all of these, and it be them white folks that be doing some wild shit.
No, man. I
Yeah.
fucking.
Some of them.
Some of them
I
do,
go ham
yeah.
when it comes to cleaning.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna be fucking.
I
Just let the-
imagine
let the
most
shampoo
do.
wash down my ass crack
Ooh,
and hope it fucking.
I knew a couple towel wash folks.
Towel wash.
call
What do
it.
you? What?
Like no bath, no shower. Take a rag, wet that shit, put a little I don't know
that's
what the
wild.
fuck in it, and just
That's what. Are they from a third world country where
They
this
good
is
for
just
the
how
day. And that's how they good for the day.
for the day?
For the
Oh,
day.
oh,
Knew a couple people like that.
oh, that sounds.
There are probably some
Stank
ripe
folk.
folks.
Yeah, that's
Yes, that did not cover any
any of the essentials.
That did absolutely no work. I mean, I'm guessing it got rid of germs,
Guess
maybe?
it helps a little.
I don't think,
Better
yeah.
than nothing.
But it's like very third worldy.
That's very third worldy. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's wild. I wouldn't even.
Or
be able to do
European.
that.
Maybe the Europeans, our Irish fans,
That's true.
might be down with that. But in America, we shower a lot.
Too
We
much.
like to smell
too
good.
much. Some doctors would say we wash all that good bacteria and shit off of us, trying to be too clean.
I have heard that, yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll rinse off all that good bacteria then.
Yeah, no, I like to.
I guess
There's
that's just
nothing
how.
better than, dude, when you get out of the shower and you're feeling fresh as fuck, dude. Like that's a great fucking feeling.
It's
dude.
also a great feeling to go to, like, you wake up, you do, like your routine, you take a shower, you feel great for the day. Before you go to bed, you take your shower, you feel nice and clean and refreshed, and there's no better feeling than feeling refreshed after a shower and jumping into bed.
Yeah, I'm a night shower.
Evening shower.
Yeah, I don't often shower. And I mean, if I have to somewhere to be at something important, at a wedding or some shit like that, like I will shower during the day, but I'd rather shower at night.
I
Just
couldn't
relax, nice
just
and
do
clean.
I couldn't just do the night though.
Yeah, I can't.
Like if I don't shower in the morning, I'm like rushing out of the door kind of situation. But I prefer I would much rather shower in the morning, go through my day, and then if I for whatever reason I can't shower at night, then I go without it. If I can't, I would much rather do that than
Same.
shower
I sweat
at
too
night.
much at night.
Just get up and keep going type
Yeah,
shit. Like
yeah.
I can't do it.
I'm not really.
I
I'm a
sweat
night
too
sweater.
much during the night and throughout the
Yeah.
day to like not have showered. Like before I mean I work from home, so I don't typically shower
Yeah.
first thing in the morning, even though I've heard that's the best practice for people that work from home. So it kind of still feels like you're going to work. But I
wouldn't do that
I
either.
can't get into
He
it.
said, ugh.
Yeah, I can't get into it. But I you know, before I leave the home, is definitely, and occasionally I also shower at night before going to bed. But I got a lot of hair, so going to bed with a wet head is not usually the best. Yeah, as much as I try to dry that shit out with a towel, it's not going to.
Yeah.
And then I end up fucking soaking the pillow, and that's never great shit. So.
Do you guys shower twice a day?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Not typically. No, I'm usually once a day.
Just like a daytime shower.
Yeah, it's like usually a daytime.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Mid morning, afternoon.
I have to shower at night because I don't like taking the day's worth of shit with me into bed. Like,
Right.
That's,
And
that's
that's
like a nighttime shower is like, especially when I worked at like
essential.
the fruit stand, like where I was out about and I just feel fucking gross when I get out. Like a mandatory shower. I cannot get into bed feeling gross, and it just feels like the bed is gross and everything's fucking gross.
Yeah, I try to shower both because I don't
you
like.
get up and
I
work
don't
out,
like.
Don't you? You get up.
Yeah,
at the
and
gym. So I mean, you got to work. You can't just go around smelly all day for the gym. So
But
the morning shower is necessary.
in general, I feel great showering in the morning. I feel good, refreshed, get out the door, kind of thing. And yeah, and I agree. Like at night, taking all that dirt and filth with you to bed, like it's just, it's not good. But if I had to choose, like I would probably prefer the morning, probably because of the whole gym routine and everything. And that's just
that makes sense.
how
I roll
I remember.
out of bed like a fat slob and just grab coffee. I don't do physical activity during the day, so there's no sweat pouring down my face. I'm still like, I still smell like the body wash from the night before until the day's over. And like usually when I get out of work, like because I still work from home, so when I get out of work at like 5, 6, it's usually before I cook dinner. I'll like take a shower and then just sort of relax. So it's not like an evening shower like they do in Japan, where like everybody takes a bath like right before they go to bed in Japan. It's
never right before I go to bed.
You can't go right to bed from a shower. You just gotta chill out a little bit.
Yeah. Especially because I think there was studies, because my fiance says that all the time with the kids. Like she makes sure that they have a bath at night, because if like you have a better night's sleep if you take a shower or a bath like
I believe that.
3 hours before you go to bed or something like that, 2 to 3 hours before, and then you're in a good state to fall asleep.
I like that.
Do either of you take baths?
No,
I do not take a bath. Ashley takes all the baths. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a bath guy. I haven't taken a bath since I was.
since I was a kid.
I usually just time consuming. Like if I had I never really had a super nice bathtub either. Like if I had a really nice tub with fucking jacuzzi jets and shit.
If I have a jacuzzi,
I would-
Jacuzzi jets, I'm all in. Yeah.
I would kick it in the tub for sure. But like it's just I don't want to shower. Like usually just
you don't
want to
light some candles and read a book?
No,
No.
not in the shower, not in the bath. Like I would do that just chilling. Like after I shower, I would light some candles and burn a joint.
I've never
some
understood that. Like I understand the relaxation of just like kind of like sitting in a bath. Like I understand the concept of it.
You get wrinkly mad quick,
But
too. At least I do. I get
Me
wrinkly.
just
I sit
sitting
in
in
the shower
my
mad long though.
I stand in the shower, mad long for sure.
I stand in the shower with my phone, fucking searching shit, looking all over with the fucking water hitting me and shit.
Damn.
And I'm like, this ain't much different than taking a bath. Like, why do
It's
I do
not,
this in the
but-
shower?
So here's my thing with baths, man. Is you are sitting
In the
in your
gross
day's
bath
filth.
water.
Yeah.
You're just like you're
sure.
seeping the water, the filth in the water, right? And then you're like, okay, I'm done. Like, let me rinse this off. So now you're just essentially mixing the soap with your filth and water.
You're basting yourself.
You're basting yourself in it,
water.
and
Well-
then you go to, and then you drain it, and you're walking. Like I don't.
Just like a residue.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And then you could be devil's advocate and say, well, you could turn on the shower real quick and just like rinse that off. So then what was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point? I've heard that argument before. It's just like, oh yeah, you just
rinse down.
stand up, you turn the thing down, you turn the shower on real quick, rinse yourself off, and that's where you do your like your
I would
cleaning.
say it's not about any of the cleaning at all. It's more about the experience and relaxing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to defend it. It's not like a thing that I do often.
It is not. I'm not.
It's a thing that Joyce does probably 3 to 5 times a week.
I think it's a female thing.
Yeah, it is a
honestly,
female thing, yeah.
Because Ash does that pretty frequently, too.
I've heard of some dudes that enjoy themselves a nice bath every now and then.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but we're not trying to get canceled.
I know what you were gonna say.
It all got really quiet because I wanted to say something. And
I was waiting. I was like, I'll just let him say what he's gonna say. I know what he wants to fucking say. I'm not gonna step on it, dude. Just say it.
Well, now the audience already knows what I was gonna say too, so I don't have to say it.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're listening to us. Trust me, they know.
They were saying it. They're like, oh, just fucking say it, Walk. Don't be a bitch.
Well, where is it? We have a drop for that.
Nigga, you gay.
We do.
Super late.
Super late. It's okay. Better late than never. All right. So, couple things that came up this week. So apparently, we all know the wonderful Mr. Jake Paul.
Ooh, we do.
And how he likes to
Mr. Wonderful Jake Paul. Has that been said before in a sentence?
Probably not. But we all know that he's been really, really trying to amp his name up out there by trolling and doing all the things that Tekashi 6ix9ine is known for. But in this boxing world, and we saw, everybody knows now he's promoting the hell out of that. Where I got your hat. He has a hat that says I got your hat and all that stuff now because he snatched Floyd Mayweather's hat off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we all know, like, Mayweather's another one who just plays into that. He's trying to get the bag. I'm starting to get to that point where it's just like he doesn't annoy me anymore. It's just I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's me.
And it is annoying, but it's just like whatever. He's just trying to make as much noise as possible.
It's like a heel in wrestling.
It is.
Like it's not. They're not really probably.
I mean, he's still annoying. He's still annoying as hell.
But like sort of like our Pete Davidson theory, where like if he came in here and was on the podcast, we'd probably be like,
oh he'd probably be cool as hell. Cool.
Right. I feel like it's similar like that. So that's how I look at it anyway. Whenever I see shit about it, I just
just laugh at it and just like man, this guy.
NWO shit.
But now this one, I would totally. Dave and I were talking about this recent tweet. I would totally pay for it. I'd watch this fight, and I'd be totally happy. So, the game tweeted out to Jake and Logan Paul, and he wrote
the game.
Yeah, the
like
game,
Compton's
the game.
Yeah,
the Compton's the game with the tattoo on his face.
LA.
And he said, "You're Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Meet me and my little brother downtown in downtown LA in front of Staples Centers, and let's just fight head up fades. No gloves, no money needed. Some me and my brother will fuck you and your brother shit up." Man, like I would watch that fight.
Yeah,
I would pay for that.
I offered to buy that fight.
I think the game will beat the fuck out of him. He won't do it because Jake Paul is only doing all of this for money. Like they're both all about that. So it's not about the bragging rights.
Just a street brawl. You gotta remember, it's
I don't think
Logan Paul is not a small dude.
Logan Paul is not a small dude. The game isn't small either.
Not a small dude.
He's not a small dude.
The game's not small either, but I would say I don't know what the fuck the game's little brother looked like.
Right.
So
that's the only unknown in this equation.
Yeah,
that
could be like Debo. We don't know.
Yeah,
right.
So the game is 6'4".
Game is 6'4". That's
shit.
And he's pretty
diesel,
he's pretty
dude,
stocky.
He's a pretty big guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, 6'4"?
Logan Paul is 6'2".
Just still nothing to sneeze at. 6'2".
That would be a good fight. I think that would be a good fight. I would like to see head up. I think fucking the game would probably catch him.
Can we see the game's
fuck
brother?
him up.
Is that what you're looking up right now?
Oh, big
But
face.
I don't know what game's brother look like.
I think that's his. It's his little brother. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna come up anywhere. But don't even matter. It doesn't even matter to me. It doesn't. These dudes were raised in Compton in gangs. I would bet my money that the game will fuck him up. And even if his little brother doesn't do anything, he would knock one out and then come and fight the rest of the fight with the other one.
I could see that.
I mean, if it's a 2-on-2, yeah, it's not tag team. It's just straight.
Yeah,
up
no, it's straight 2-on-2.
Yeah.
Come on,
They would fuck them up.
Yeah, like
You know they're not gonna. They, like you said, raised in Comptons in gangs. They're not gonna fucking fight just straight up, head up like that. You know they're gonna fucking find a fucking 2x4 or some shit next on the floor when they need it.
I don't think he'll do it. But I do have to say I
They
did
fighting on
like
the honor code,
I did like
IBA rules.
I did like Jake Paul's response to it. He said,
what'd he say?
He said, hate it or love it, you would get knocked the fuck out. So that was,
Hate it or love it.
I was like, all right, that was pretty good. But nah, you know they ain't doing that. They ain't doing that.
He's a troll.
He is
That's
a troll.
good troll,
That's all it really is.
Well written material.
I would love
Word.
to see that fight though. I would pay for that. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I got that.
Also, Joe
For
Rogan,
35,
huh?
not for 75. I'll pay $35 for it.
I pay
No,
50.
no.
I pay 50.
Nah, man. See
Maybe
those.
I'll-
I'll go to Joey's house and watch it.
I'll chip in 25 if somebody wants
I'll
to
pitch
throw
in.
in with
I'll
me.
pitch in. Nah. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that expensive for the Triller fights. Those real
Right,
expensive
exactly.
fights
That's what
are
I'm
gonna
saying.
be the.
If it's a Triller fight, I'll see it.
Yeah, that's all Jake Paul does, man. I think he's I don't know if he's part owner of Triller, but he definitely has a deal.
One of them has equity in Triller.
Yeah, because every single one of their fights is Triller. And Triller, say what you want about him, man. It's smart. It's a smart company. It's essentially a concert with fights.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. But Joe Rogan is now getting roasted by the internet again.
Again? He says
For
something
a
every
comment.
week, dude. It's
does.
always
He's
something,
fucking up.
dude. He just...
I personally don't think he was fucking up on this one. So it says Joe Rogan roasted for saying straight white men won't be allowed to talk in the future.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
He's talking about cancel culture type shit.
Yeah, he was talking about cancel culture, and I wanted to bring in some context because.
Oh, you got the clip?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring up the clip so we can listen to it. But
Okay.
But with context, it makes sense what he's talking about, and people just obviously just want to make a headline, and now everybody, the internet, really not everybody, the internet hates Joe Rogan because of it. So,
He's been saying a lot of stupid shit lately, so
he just speaks his mind, really.
All he does is
I
speak.
want the
He's bound
context
to
because
say
I only
something.
saw the headline. I didn't read the article. I just chalked it up to Joe Rogan being Joe Rogan again. So
Yeah, and but his conversations are regular because I listen to Joe Rogan. Not like I don't listen to every one of his episodes. However, I listen to enough of it to where every time he comes up in the news or something is said about him, in full context, it makes sense. But in the way that they make it seem, it seems like he's an asshole about it. Now, this conversation that he said, what they were talking about is, could you make an edgy comedy movie nowadays? And they were talking about how you can't do like Superbad or even Step Brothers, which isn't that old, but you can't really do those type of comedies anymore, and people are scared to do anything like that that's edgy. And that's where they got into the whole cancel culture thing.
Yeah.
So I'll start it from this point because I felt like this part was good. So
It's very bizarre. I was listening to a podcast the other day that I love that's sort of like a mental health podcast. And this lady was telling the host, who's like a straight white guy, he was like, I'm learning about privilege. And he was saying, even my self-deprecating humor is a little bit offensive because it's my privilege to do self-deprecating humor because as a straight white male, people assume I'm joking, but other people couldn't make such jokes because of whatever history. And they were literally discussing earnestly how straight white men shouldn't really try to be funny.
Was that guy Castrato?
It felt a little
Might have been.
Castrato-y.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a really bizarre conversation.
You can never be woke enough. That's the problem. It keeps going. It keeps
Right.
going further and further and further down the line. And if you get to the point where you capitulate, where you agree to all these demands, it will eventually get to straight white men are not allowed to talk.
Right.
Because it's your privilege to express yourself when other people of color have been silenced throughout history. It will be, you're not allowed to go outside because so many people were imprisoned for so many years. I mean, I'm not joking.
No, I know.
It really will get there. It's that crazy. You
Yeah.
know, we just got to be nice to each other, man. And there's a lot of people that are taking advantage of this weirdness in our culture, and then that becomes their thing. Their thing is calling people out for their privilege, calling people out for their position. You know, it's fucking crazy times.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, you know I'm not gonna be on your side on this.
I mean, my point. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be on my side. My point is,
I know. I'm just saying.
So for me, I'm thinking the same shit about like just cancel culture in general. It's like we can't. I understand that stance. Like I get it. You said whatever you wanted to say for however long. We need you to shut up for a while. But that, you know, that's to the extreme where people take it, right? So when you say someone can't do this, they always like you give them it's that same thing. You give them an inch, they want to take a mile. So and then that line keeps getting shifted and keeps getting shifted and then gets shifted, and it keeps getting shifted further and further until you literally can't do shit. You can't do anything.
No.
So go ahead. Tell me why you disagree.
Well, because he made it specifically like straight white men can't say shit. Like, shut the fuck up. It's not about straight white men. That's not who are being attacked. It's not.
I think
just
he just
straight
used
white
that
men.
as a
But that's what But that's what the whole quote is about him saying that, and the fact that he used that as the line just shows the same bullshit that it's this whole fucking fear that people have that that things are just, that same kind of thing that you're saying in a way about the slippery slope, right? When will it end? How many times do you hear that about every fucking argument? Every argument has that. When will it end? When will we go too far? Like, yes, there is a point of going too far. If anything, I'm the fucking evangelist of balance. Like, balance is my favorite word. I'm always talking about trying to be as not necessarily neutral, but just finding understanding on both sides of a topic, and and that's why I'm able to be the devil's advocate so often, is because I'm always trying to see the other side and not really have one opinion, but just make everyone see both sides of his shit. But when he's over here, like basically saying, like, I understand the example that he gave from that podcast is bullshit. Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, you can't be self-deprecating. That's not the concept of what I guess being quote unquote woke is, or whatever.
I hate that fucking
right.
term.
I hate it as well. Like, it's especially like most of the people that I know that are quote unquote woke are despisable people, right? So it's like I don't want to be associated with that.
I hate that term. I just want to put out there that I hate that term because it's a very ignorant way to say that you are intelligent. It's the stupidest way that you could say, hey, I'm actually smart. I'm smarter than you by mispronouncing something. But anyway.
I mean, that's not what it is.
I know. I hate it. That's what it makes it feel like to me. Woke. Somebody used it in the improper way, and now it's just taken on by society.
It's become sarcastic.
I'm awake.
It has.
They went to say I'm awake. They said I'm woke. So that idiot who came out and said I'm woke.
I'm awoken. I've been awoken to whatever, and then they shortened it to woke because
it's fucking stupid. Dumb as
it is dumb. But regardless, the idea behind the I don't know. There's not like a real movement or anything, but like really the point, or at least in my understanding, is that you're thoughtful. Like, just be thoughtful in what you do. Like, and there's space for everything. And eventually, you will step on some toes, especially in comedy, because that's what comedy's about. And that's where it's hardest to deal with PC. And PC culture is not some new shit either. Comedy and PC have been at odds for a really long time, probably since like the 80s, I'm going to say, is kind of the dawn of political correctness. And they've been at odds for a really long time. That's never going to stop. I'm just mad at Joe Rogan about making it about straight white men. They're not.
But I even understood what he meant by that.
What a straight white man would do, though. He would make it about a straight white man.
Exactly. He's just turning himself into a victim. Like, you're not a fucking victim here. Like, you're not going to be so. Can things get so far that straight white men can't say anything? Yeah, in an infinite world on an infinite time scale, absolutely. Is that where things are really going right now? No, like, slow down. Yes, some people take things too far. Does that mean everyone is taking things too far? No, some people overstep and say too much, and have a difference of opinion on how you approach those types of topics. But it doesn't mean that the entire, like, industry is going to be against you. Like, I think he's just going a little bit too far with that statement of, if this keeps on going, straight white men aren't going to be able to say anything. Relax.
I thought, see, for me,
too far.
For me, I understood what he meant by that, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I listen to his stuff. I like the guy, but to me, it isn't necessarily of, I'm the victim here. I saw it as, obviously right now the main group of people that is consistently attacked is, like, well, obviously, like, I don't even want it to say it like that, because obviously, like,
he's making a Rogan statement himself.
He's not
a victim. They're just being attacked.
No. That's not. I'm trying to find the right word. So it's tough. Like, for me, I'm thinking what he's saying is obviously the root of the major problems, whether it's issues with the LGBTQ, issues with the minorities, like right now, those are the main things that are highlighted. And the one person they don't want to hear from is a straight white male. And in a sense, that's what I'm saying, is like they don't want to hear from.
Sure, so
like when they make
talking about, he's
right,
literally
but when
talking
they make
about
a comment
jokes and comedy and saying that straight white men won't be able to make jokes anymore, as if a person of color would be able to make a self-deprecating joke that is also a privileged sounding joke, or whatever the fuck that stupid ass example that the dude was using. Like, I'm guessing what he's saying is like, yo, I'm a person of privilege technically, and when I make my self-deprecating jokes, it makes other people feel weird because they would never have the shit that I had access to.
That dude was fucking.
So
idiot.
I'm guessing that's what the fuck he was talking about, and so I kind of understand where they're coming from. But if a person of color made the same stupid joke, and other people don't relate to it, then it's still a shitty joke. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you're straight and white is my whole thing. Like, he could have said comedians aren't going to be able to say shit anymore. That's true. The fact that he made it about being a straight white dude, and this is not the first time he said shit like that, just shows me that he feels like straight white people are turning into victims, and the woke culture is coming after them. And there's a part of it they're not coming after them. They're just telling them, like, yo, stop being stupid and allow the rest of us to fucking do what we do.
I agree with you on that.
Doesn't it seem like, since he is a straight white male and he's, I would say, pretty prominent. I mean, everything he says is under a microscope. I think it makes sense that he would use that example. Yeah. Because he feels like he's getting it. Like we said, he's fucking up every other week. Someone's calling him out.
So he's probably actually feeling like he gets attacked all the time.
He identifies more as a straight white person than he does as a comedian or a podcaster.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a fucking celebrity. He's bringing it all back down to the fact that he's white and not of a different sexual orientation. Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't remember him being attacked for that. I remember the last thing he said, which
the vaccine thing.
Well, he said a few things. He said a few things because, like, he was under fire for saying that he doesn't believe that transgendered women who were born male and have transitioned into female later in life should compete in female sports because it is strictly unfair, which I agree with that.
Yeah, no, I feel
because if you see that one video of the one transgendered woman who was just straight up
dominating
and knocking. The best analogy
he was like argument on this too.
He was like so like if LeBron James decided right now he's transgendered.
Right.
Well, it was Dave Chappelle who said it. If LeBron James decided right now that he wanted to be transgendered and he is now female, does he continue to play in the NBA or does he go to the WNBA and score 10,000 fucking points because he's just dominating over all these women? Mm-hmm. You know, so that I do agree with that. But what's your argument on that?
No, it's just only because my brother and I had a big ass fight over this. Because I love to fucking, to argue with people. And so my only position on this was just because most people's argument and Joe Rogan's take on this, as you just said, right? Like he made it a part of his show because he has a stance on this. And my whole thing is that, yes, there's an example of that you saw of that trans woman or trans girl, whatever, totally like dominating the races, right? And winning state champions and shit. And I'm just like, all right, that happened twice ever out of the thousands and thousands of school districts in this country. Like, it's not a thing that, like, there's just this hype about this happening, and suddenly there's going to be this overtaking of trans women in female sports, and they're destroying the fabric of women's sports, and all these girls have worked for is going to be taken over because of these trans girls that are coming in with their different physical bodies. And it's just like, that's not happening.
Did they take it that far as to say that this is going to ruin
an epidemic?
I don't think it's going to be an epidemic.
Bro, there are fucking congressmen. There are states that are passing laws banning or attempting. There are like different sections of their house attempting to ban trans women from competing in girls' sports. And the thing is that there's not a lot of examples of this actually happening. There's a handful of students at that age transitioning and being and still attempting to be involved and then dominating in those sports. If anything, the few that have, and the examples of those, when I looked into it, like the examples of those champion students that were trans girls, they lost mad fucking races. They were in mad races that they did not win. It just so happened that as they were leading into those championship rounds, they ended up winning. And so then the parents were like, fuck these people. They're not even girls. They don't deserve to be here. That shit caught up in the news. And, you know,
on that one,
I'm just saying is there's a lot of hype around this. And it's just, I have an opinion as far as, well, actually, I don't have a hard opinion on far as should this be allowed. I don't know. It's a tough
conversation.
It's a total tough thing. But I think a lot. My argument is just like a lot of people are getting hyped over something that's
very minuscule.
I don't know that we need to have an opinion on it right now because it's not that popular. It's not a thing that's happening so much that we need to preemptively stop this from happening.
I don't think we need to preemptively stop it, but in certain situations, like in what he ended up saying was the women who transitioned later in life, who went 10 years of having testosterone naturally in their system,
right.
You know, because the testosterone is what sets us apart and what makes us, you know, bigger, stronger, just individuals. Better. You know. Mm-hmm. Biology, it's just biology, you know what I mean? And that's how it works. So like you can take estrogen and all that stuff, but you've had 10 years of just straight up testosterone, building muscle and stuff like that. Yeah. So when this girl wants to join the wrestling team
or UFC,
you know, at a smaller level, which that did happen. I want to say that the girl, it was UFC, and she was like, she fucked this girl up. She broke the girl's face, like craziness. Which, you know, it's that's where we're like, yo,
that's
again, it's a fine line because they're not attacking that, like the individual. They're not stopping the individual. They are now trying to prevent it from, you know, an overall broad scheme, not knowing that person who's known their entire life that they wanted to transition, and they transition probably isn't going to have that same result. So so you're right on that. And just another reason why we're going to get canceled, because it's definitely going to be me that gets canceled because of dumb shit like this. But either way, I didn't think that comment was that bad to be so highly criticized. But then again, it's like, it's clickbait too.
I think his most controversial shit was just saying that young people shouldn't get the vax.
Right.
I didn't even hear that one.
Yeah,
young people shouldn't.
A healthy young person under, I forget, like a certain age that you shouldn't bother.
You said in your 20s or whatever. Under 32 maybe? I don't remember.
We're too old, but we should get it still.
I already started. I got one shot. I got the next one coming up. I saw another clip of Jesse Ventura's, what was that show he had before? Like 10, 15 years ago. Jesse Ventura's, the one where he just kind of exposed, he wanted.
He's like a cop or
No. Where he exposed the government. He was like, I was the governor of blah, blah, blah. And I saw a lot of things that
we got to play
I don't want to talk
again, the Will Sasso
That's so good. That's so good. But anyway, conspiracy theory. It was Jesse Ventura's conspiracy theory. It was a show. And I did watch this, and I remember I told you
conspiracy theory with Jesse Ventura.
Yeah. I saw this show a long time ago, and it's interesting. It was always interesting to watch. But he did have one that made me want to write a movie, and it was pretty fucking spot on. So it was like, he went to interview a woman who was living out of the country. She flew in, he met her at the airport, and then she flew out immediately. But she was like, this was, I want to say, at least 10 to 15 years ago. She was like, in the near future, not tomorrow, not today, but in the very near future, and explained like we will be mandated a vaccine and people will line up for it and all of this stuff. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to, the vaccine in the back end will have, will cause infertility because the higher powers of the world feel like we are way too overly populated, and they want to create, the new world order where it's one
Gilead.
Yeah.
What they want.
Well,
Okay.
no, not Gilead,
Gotcha.
not Gilead, because Gilead is like its own little country that like they took over it, but it's not the world. So in this one, they were saying like the new world order is just one government for the world, and they all work together, kind of thing. That's why I took the vaccine. I was like, yo, if that ends up being true, I already have 3 kids, so I don't need.
You're good.
I don't like. I'm good. Like. If anything, it's going to end up doing me a favor. You know what I mean? So now the rest of y'all who don't have children, if it turns out to be true, then what can I say?
Right.
But it did make me think, like, I'm like, man, people are really lining up for this vaccine. Like, it's a thing where if you're healthy, you work out on the regular, you keep your immune system up, like you could fight it, you'll be good. People have died from the flu. Yet we are mandated. I even saw that what's that ad with the president with Joe Biden where he goes, what was it? Get vaxxed or wear a mask or something. It's just like exactly. And people are just like, it is cringy. And it's just like, man, they're like really, really trying to. We're at the point now where it shows. Even New York State, we just moved into the thing. I guess it hits on tomorrow on Wednesday. It hits where we no longer have to wear a mask if we're fully vaccinated. But how are they going to prove that? So now
it's just honesty policy.
Right.
So now wherever we go, we run the risk of if we don't have a mask,
check.
like I run the risk of someone asking me, "Do you have your vaccination card?"
No, they won't do that.
You don't think so?
It's just the honesty
Illegal?
policy.
Can they do that?
It's up to a business to change it, and so there's certain business like New York State has dropped the mandate, so that means there's no state mandate, which means none of these businesses are required anymore. Right? The only reason that they required you before is because there was a state mandate, so they would have the sign at the front. New York State governor requires that there must be a mask before you enter in the store. It's no longer a requirement anymore. So it's really up to the business if they want to allow you in with or without a mask. If the business decides that they don't, or they want to ask you, well, then that's on to the business. But that, I'm sure there's going to be very few that are going to be like, you must bring your vaccination card with you to shop in the store. Like that slows the roll, that stops people from going. And what they want is people to shop in their stores and their restaurants. They want this whole thing to be over. So once the state mandate is done, there's no real barriers. If you're going to like an event, like, when I go to the soccer match here, big NYCFC fan. No, flag's not up there anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, it's not there. It's not there.
I forgot. Joyce moved it to the wall over here. You have to do one of two things. You either have proof of vaccination or you have a negative COVID test before coming in. And that's at Yankee Stadium. You don't have to have a vaccination. Vaccination is the easy pass. It gets you through the line faster. If you already have a vax, you go through the special line, you get through faster. If not, you have to go through the hassle of getting a fucking COVID test. either 3 days or 24 hours before the fucking thing, depending on which test you get, and then you gotta provide that
makes
fucking
sense.
the proof. when
Didn't
you
they
get there.
say? Didn't they say you at some point you had to be vaccinated to fly though,
I don't think so.
to travel?
No, it's the same thing.
I thought that I heard that.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you just have to have a COVID
have to have a
test
COVID
like
test,
days
yeah.
before.
And it's not even like not for inter country travel. That's only for certain places.
International?
Yeah, and not even. I guess it depends on where you're going. So, like, if you're going from here to Florida does not require that you have a negative COVID test before entering. I flew to Washington,
Florida
D.C.
doesn't require
yeah, you're right.
anything.
That's a bad example. I flew to Washington, D.C. back in September, I think, and there was no negative test required before flying. But to go to the Virgin Islands and to go to Puerto Rico, both of those required a negative COVID test because they're islands and they're like, yo, we don't want nobody fucking us up. Like, we can control the whole contamination shit by just requiring a negative test before enter.
Johnny, as a dude with both of his vax shots, come tomorrow when the shit ends, are you still rocking a mask when you go out?
I'm not rocking a mask right now.
Not at all.
Since the CDC said no mask, it's like, I mean, I don't think I've gone to a store. So I did go to a store last week. And so, yeah, entering the store, I'll rock the mask. But
okay, so when you go into a store.
But now, if I go into a store,
rock a mask?
nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm gonna miss judging people at the gym, man.
I liked having my face covered.
I don't care about having my face covered. It's more annoying because of my beard is so freaking long that I would put it and I have to like keep pushing it down because my beard is like pushing it up. So that's the most annoying part. But I'm gonna miss just being judgmental at the idiots at the gym.
Yeah.
I feel you.
People at the gym, dude, is like, I don't there's a dude there, right? He does the stepper, and I can see him right now. He does this thing where most people do that stupid thing where it's just like under your nose, which I don't understand because that shit has to be uncomfortable as fuck.
Still not comfortable,
to have a mask just chilling. Yeah, like just you have a mask chilling like just under your nose. One, you look stupid. Two, the shit is not comfortable. And then this dude is on the stepper, right? And he does it. He's like a tall, lanky dude. And he does this thing where the mask like bunches up like right at his nose, but his mouth is exposed.
Both his nose and mouth are exposed.
So no, his nose is covered by this mask, but he like bunches it up, so it looks puffy almost over his nose.
He's got like the thong over
but his mouth
nose.
is but his mouth is like, and I'm like what? Dude, I get it. It's hard. It was really hard at first, but I wear my mask in the gym. I keep it on during like when I'm doing my my cardio and stuff. And at first it was really tough, but you know what? I kept it on. And it's still annoying, but I'm used to it.
See, that's actually a good question. I don't know how gyms are going to handle it. Right? So I think, I'm not sure if the New York State dropping the mask mandate also covers gyms. And if so, how does the gym determine? Because again, this gym isn't gonna give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. Like, are they gonna like?
They're not gonna care.
They're not gonna question.
Bro, I go to this gym, right? I go to LA Fitness.
Didn't they change their name?
It's ran by. Shit? Nah, they have like it's a weird thing where they have like these class sessions or something named something else like Esposita or something, whatever. And then like they changed the name, but it's not like the business isn't named that. It's like a specific course or classes that are there, and that's $10. But if you already had a membership, then you're automatically enrolled. Whatever. Anyway, like this entire time that they've been open, they only care when people are supposed to be coming in to check for it. There are so many people with masks not on. Like their mask like barely on their face, like on their chin, and nobody ever says anything because
So
it's
then
ran
you're
by
good.
teenagers.
So then you're good.
Yeah, so they're not gonna care. They're not gonna care.
Cool.
Once I get that second vax, like I'm
You
fine,
shouldn't
whatever.
care
I don't
anyway.
care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna care anyway. I barely care now. My whole thing is like, I'm one of those people where, do I believe that all these precautions are necessary? No. To me, it's way too it's way too much. There's a meaning behind it. My father seeps in with the whole conspiracy theory stuff. There's something deeper here as to why we had to take all these precautions for this long. But I am also that person that is just like, yo, I don't like to make waves. I don't know if it was because I was raised by people who just don't like police and don't like drawing attention.
Yeah.
But man, if they tell me, yo, if it's as simple as somebody is not going to approach me with a problem if I keep this on, I am going to keep this on.
I feel you.
That's my stand. I can think of that it's stupid. I think it's dumb. It's dumb as hell. I don't like it. But if this is going to avoid me drawing attention to myself, I will wear this mask. I don't care. I'm not that opinionated about it.
I think you're absolutely right in a lot of ways, like as far as the death rate. Like, yeah, if you're a very active, healthy dude, you're not going to die from this shit. Absolutely.
No.
But will you possibly suffer long-term issues? I think of shit like
It's a possibility.
Cam Newton was a fucking star fucking quarterback. Lost a lot of his ways, but still was good enough to get the starting job at the New England Patriots. Won his first, 5 games of the season and did extremely well. Caught the vid and fucking the rest of the fucking season. This is a person who is at the tip top of their health and physical abilities, right? Like there's mad dudes and mad examples in professional sports that have caught the vid and it's fucked up their game. And I've talked to like medical professionals.
It's still a very small
seen
percentage
it.
though.
Of people that have caught the vid and fucked up their game?
Like not necessarily that fucked up their game, but it caused deeper issues like what with like Cam Newton and stuff like that.
I mean, Cam Newton doesn't have. There's no like reported issue. Like he doesn't have like.
He just lost his game for that season.
Your lungs are not the same. Like when I've spoken to medical professionals about it, like friends of mine, that are like, yo, have you seen x-rays of people that have had the vid? Like normal young people that survived it, no problems, but just look at their lungs. Like the shit looks like a snow globe. Like it's not something that you want to ever catch, even if you're in the healthiest individual. Like you don't really want to run that risk because at the end of the day, none of us knows what the fuck is going to happen. With the vaccine or without it, catching it or doing it through the vacuna, like none of us knows what's going to happen in 5 years, like how that shit is going to affect people. And so far, I feel like a little better on training my body with the security update than fucking training it through actually going through it. Because personally, I have asthma and I smoke a lot of bud. So I'd rather protect my lungs. I need them.
They're already fucked as they are,
so
you don't need COVID on top of all that.
Right.
That was my whole thing because like I have like really deep issues? No. However, initially why I quit smoking weed many years ago is because my chest was getting tight. I thought that vaping.
Right. I remember that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I thought that vaping was the answer to it because I wanted to like I still like the sensation of smoking. I did try cigarettes, like early cigarettes, shit like that. It just never, it was disgusting to me. never caught on. I thought vaping was the answer, and it was for the longest time. Like, I felt nothing from it. I'm like, yes, this is my thing. And then even then, my chest started feeling tight again. I got to drop this. So I was definitely like thinking like, man, if it's going to attack anybody and probably impact me, it's, you know, like it probably would be me. So I'm not living my life paranoid about it. But you know what? I'll take the vaccine. I already took the first one. Second one, I have my appointment the 31st.
Nice.
Whatever. I don't care. Like it's and like I said, if Jesse Ventura was correct and they're sterilizing the population, then you know what? I have 3 children.
There you go. You good.
Yeah, the Figueroas are gonna be here until the end.
Right.
So
You got
all
your
right,
boy.
so I do. I have my boy. I have my 2 girls. Either way, the bloodline moves forward.
Years.
Word. So now we can get into some Hollywood. And then so Johnny, this one I wanted you to explain a little bit. So AT&T to spin off HBO,
Yeah.
other WarnerMedia assets in a huge deal with Discovery. So
I'm a little nervous.
what's that whole deal about?
I'm a little nervous. I mean, I you know me, I have never been a big fan of AT&T owning HBO. And every time we talked about HBO, I always was like, yeah, but you know, AT&T might fuck it up. And thankfully, they're saying it's not our place to own fucking HBO, the most important like media company in all of television.
Which is true.
They were worried about fucking it up too.
They were worried
Yeah.
about fucking it up, and they knew it. My only thing is the person that is buying it. So AT&T still owns a percentage of it. I think like 30% of it. But I think it's just a way for them to get around the taxes.
I think so.
But so basically, the people that bought it was Discovery Networks, which I like and I don't like. So I fuck with Discovery.
What's wrong with Discovery?
You know, I fuck with this Discovery, right? I do the HGTV, right? I do the
Food
Discovery
Network, all
Network, the
those.
Food Network, Animal Planet.
Home
But-
and Garden.
All the shit that they do is
Bubbly.
unscripted television, quote unquote, right? You know,
Yeah. Yep.
they don't really do shows like HBO does.
I think they're just
I think
gonna
they'll just be writing those checks. Like, I don't think they're going to have their hands in the HBO creative. They're not going to bring them into the...
It's
to
not.
the
No,
writing.
you're
HBO
right.
reality.
They're not gonna be involved in the writing. What they're gonna be involved in is who leads the channel, who's running the decisions, right? And they signing the checks for all the shows, and all the checks that they currently sign are for unscripted shows that don't cost a lot of money and bring a lot of profit. And now they're going to have to start signing checks for $200 million for one season.
Of something.
Are they going to be cool with signing that check? I mean, you would imagine they probably would at first, but what if that show ends up being, you know, fucking some bullshit show that doesn't do well, right? And they lose, you know, it just concerns me. It gives me, I'm happy AT&T is out of the motherfucking picture finally. Just like Verizon's had to sell AOL and Yahoo. Finally, these 2 fucking telecom companies have gotten out of the idea thinking that they should control not just the pipe, but also the content. And so I'm happy. It's possible that there's a couple of like big people in WarnerMedia that were planning on leaving, might now stick around. So that's dope. I mean, HBO already lost Richard Kepler? I can't remember his name, but the former like head of HBO. They already lost him. He started his own production company and signed that big ass deal with Apple TV for like 5 or 10 years or some shit. So he's gonna be doing the big shit. we'll see what HBO can do. But hopefully this gives them.
Hopefully it just continues.
hopefully
they continue to make
this
fire
dude-
content.
Yeah, this dude lets them just rock, and I think Dave brought it up in our group chat. He said, and it's probably gonna happen. I'm fully with it. A Discovery Plus with HBO Max bundle, or they might just merge them into one new app.
Yeah, I'll be down for
They
that.
just can't lose the name HBO. Man, I don't want to lose that name because I think that'll cheapen the brand.
Nah,
So they gotta figure out how
HBO
to do
stands
that.
for something.
We
They
just
could
got
drop
used
the
to,
Max.
We just got used to HBO Max though. I kind of like the Max. I'm
I
into the
think
Max
that'll
now.
stick around. I just don't like that Max Original. I think I was saying in the
Right.
chat, or I was texting
Yeah.
Walk about it. I don't like Max Original because it sounds like fucking Cinemax, and I'm like, this is not Cinemax. This is fucking HBO. Why is it a Max Original?
It's only us
Do
old
people
farts,
still
man.
fuck with Cinemax?
No,
Like, is that
not at all. You guys are talking about the only good show that they had was the Nick,
Yeah, I think
and
that's
where is
it,
that
yeah.
now?
Yeah.
On
Where's
HBO
that now?
Max.
It's on HBO
A
Max.
minute ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max.
But I'm saying though, like the reruns of it is on HBO Max.
Yeah, and I don't
So-
think they have any new series.
No, they
No, I
can't.
think they gave up.
Can't.
I think
know
they're
their
owned
beat,
by
dude. They
HBO,
gotta
right?
know their beat. I feel
Yeah,
like
they've always been owned by HBO.
Oh, okay.
weird.
That is wild. Wild stuff.
It doesn't
said-
serve a purpose in the days of streaming.
Yeah, and now, and then we saw that too. I sent it earlier that Amazon is in talks to purchase
MGM
MGM for like $9 billion.
Oh yes, that news came out this morning, right?
Yeah.
What are you sipping on over
Yeah,
there?
what are you
What
drinking?
do you got?
Oh, I got that Gary Good.
Gary's good.
vodka.
Gary's good vodka.
Gary's Good
Looks
vodka.
sweet.
4X
Looks good.
distilled, made right here in Brooklyn, New York. This is my shit.
Right in
There's
Brooklyn, they
something-
make that shit. That's
I like that.
local-
I like the
local
label.
for
It
you?
looks good.
Yeah, they
Fuck.
make a bunch of shit. They make I think gin and bourbon, whiskeys. But I fuck with the vodkas.
Yeah, you were telling me about them before, and because we were
meant to
talking
look.
about like vodka and waters, and you said that Gary's
Word.
Goods vodka goes perfect with water. Like you
Smooth.
can, yeah, it's very
Yeah.
smooth.
You don't even got to mix it. I
Nice.
do usually, but oftentimes with soda water or sometimes just straight water. I'm not usually. I'm not a big vodka
some
shot
ice
guy
cube.
or anything.
Yeah.
Some ice
But
cubes,
yeah.
let it melt. Just let it melt a little bit.
Makes it
Little-
perfect.
Right. You know we drink a lot on this show, so
We do.
always
I've
trying
been
to.
meaning to look for that in the store near me. Just like any store. I didn't know if it was
Yeah,
just
could
in the,
we-
in the
could
New
we
York
get that
City
here, or-
area.
That's a good question. We gotta find out. I'm gonna link them up. I gotta hit them up. See where to distribute into, because it's I know I found it in my local shop,
Yeah, because we need
Closest
some
to
Gary's Goods. We need some Gary's Good
Yeah.
over here.
Brooklyn Spirits LLC apparently. But yeah, Gary's Good. I call him Gary Good.
Gotti Good. Gotti Good. That's what we call him then. Awesome. No, I can't wait to try it. But no, that's can't wait to see what all the streaming stuff. Apple's a little bit slower now, in their descent, but everything that they've come out with has been quality. I was having that conversation with the guys because they've said I've never heard anyone talk about Apple TV Plus streaming service. And
It's rare.
It is rare to have that conversation with people. And obviously I was working at the fruit stand, so you have to check it out. And I was very
Right.
skeptical when I was checking it out, not gonna lie. Like I was very skeptical, like
Agreed. Yeah.
I don't know, like it's a stream, like you're gonna compete with all these other,
Netflix
like
and shit.
whatever, all right. And then I started seeing the
Content.
quality
Yeah.
of the content, and although they haven't come out with something where it's like where everyone is just like raving about it,
Right.
it's only
Ted
because
Lasso.
Ted
is
Lasso
the
is
closest.
I cannot wait for season 2 of Ted Lasso.
Yeah, that's the closest,
and that's
that they've
coming up
gotten
soon,
to
like
that.
next month.
Magical.
July, I think.
Right. C is amazing. It was a great show. I really enjoyed C, and I
liked
cannot
it, yep.
wait for season 2.
Is that coming soon, Ashley?
I
We
don't-
were just talking about that.
I
Just-
don't
I
think
haven't
it's
heard
coming.
about that one.
We should be due for
Not
a
until
season
next
2
year.
of C, dude.
I think
Fuck.
they were going to film it when COVID hit.
And they're always in like the fucking jungle and shit. They could be socially distanced when they're filming. What the fuck?
You know how this is. A lot of things were pushed out for a long time, dude. So they may be filming it now, but if you were lucky enough to have
Let's see.
to have the green light during that time and stuck to all the guidelines.
Only
like,
Tom Cruise movies, right? 'Cause he'd
Yeah.
freak out on your shit if
Oh,
he
yeah.
caught you fucking
He would
around.
fuck you up.
What do you got, Johnny?
Have to jump up and hit you in your chin. Short
According
ass.
to Deadline, the second season started being filmed in October of 2020
Oh, okay.
and will finish filming this past March.
Oh,
But
nice.
there's no date of release
That's
yet.
mid
So they
next
just
mid,
finished
mid
filming,
next year.
so,
I'm gonna say winter.
yeah.
Winter 2021.
You think so?
I'm just being optimistic.
They would already be
I
plugging it.
want it. I want it. That's true.
Yeah, I think if it was,
I'm gonna.
We
I'll
would-
reach out. I'll reach out to.
we never
Jason.
know.
we'll
You
see.
never know.
We will see. There's
We
what
will
is it?
Things have
see.
changed.
WW. Yeah, we will see. WWDC is in a couple weeks.
Oh,
Might
that's
drop
true.
a
That'd
Apple
be a
TV
true.
trailer.
perfect
then.
place
That's
to
true.
drop a trailer, dude. Are you
That's
kidding
true.
me?
Yep. So I look forward to that. And they have a few shows. The one that I like, it was good. I keep hearing great things about, but I didn't pass like maybe episode 2 was what's the For All Mankind?
Oh, the space one.
Oh yeah,
And
I
the
love
movies that
one.
they have been really good too. So but they
For All
don't have a
Mankind
lot.
Has been sick. The movies have been sick. I just started Mosquito Coast.
I just
That's
started
pretty
that
good.
too.
What's that?
That's pretty good. Justin Theroux.
Yeah, he's it's a family that's on the run from the government.
Like Ozark?
Kind of. It's a little more lighthearted than
it's
Ozark.
A
I don't know. I
on
saw the
run
first
from the government.
I saw the first episode, and the only reason why it stuck to that was because Jillian and I are watching Jack Ryan. She really ended up
Nice.
Very
You
nice.
started that.
I did.
Nice.
She ended up she like really liked it because it was like a thing where we didn't have anything to watch, and
Sure.
I told you I was watching them on Amazon
Yep.
Prime. She attempted to, but it's too dark. There was a scene in there where
Like literally too dark. She doesn't like all the.
it was like some spooky stuff. It was some spooky stuff. Where when it comes to like supernatural, she's not with it. So,
That's fair.
and then that's what
That
that,
genre's
and
not
then
for
and
everybody.
then she was dealing with it. She did well. And then there was an episode with a baby and a game called Cat in the Bag, and
Doesn't sound good.
and then she was like,
That doesn't sound.
I'm
good
not
at all.
I'm not watching this. Like I can't
Yeah.
this is too much. So it was like really dark. She was like, I don't understand how you watch like things like I'm like, because I understand that it is not
Fiction.
real.
No babies were harmed during the making.
Correct.
Of this.
Exactly. So but anyway, so she wasn't down to watch that. So now I have to like sneak watch it whenever I have to
Are
sneak
you
watch
get in
that.
trouble? You get in trouble if she catches
No,
you?
no,
She's like,
but-
I told you not to watch.
But when am I ever watching TV when it's not like quality TV time with her?
Right.
So then I put on Jack Ryan. She was working on something, so I'm like, I don't know, like I can't watch Jack Ryan because she's not fully paying attention. Let me put on Mosquito Coast. And I started watching, and then she was like kind of paying attention, and she was like, "What's this? Oh, like this is good. Like, oh no, I like this." And I'm like, "All right, well, fuck. That means that."
Fuck, now I don't have a secret show.
Yeah, it was like, I guess we got to get through Jack Ryan before I could watch Mosquito Coast then.
Okay.
But no, the first episode was really good. So I look forward to watching that at some point.
It seems like you're not gonna find the answers until the end of the season.
Yeah, because
like a WandaVision.
Because I think I'm on episode 3. No, it's
still
just
no
like,
clarity.
He's basically running from the government. But you have no idea why. Like the government's after him.
Smart
So
dude.
he's like wrapping up his family and they're taking off. But most of the story is about their journey, not about what's really happening in the background.
We're in the lurch, sort of like the family. As the viewer, you don't really. You're getting
Right
taken
now,
along.
you absolutely know. Yeah, no. And like right now, where I'm at in the show, I mean, he's still fucking on the run about like trying to cross the border type shit. Like, not to like go too deep into what's going on. But
I mean, it says that in the description of the show. If you go to
exactly, so that's where I'm at. I think I'm on episode 3. I've gotten through, and I'm going past episode 3. So I'm interested because I have no idea what the fuck. Why are they after him?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Now he has to know.
We don't understand because every time people ask, his kid asks.
They brush it off.
His wife asked. They just brush it off like it's not that, or you wouldn't understand, or like.
How many episodes are you gonna let them just brush it off until you're like, what the fuck? Tell me what the fuck you did. Like, is there a point where you just be like, hey, I'm done with this. Like, what? This is just jerking my dick around now.
No, I mean, but it's entertaining.
I think
though.
I'll give them till episode. I don't know how full the season goes. I don't know if it's 8 or 10 episodes. I'm gonna guess 8. And so I'm going to say I'll give them
5.
At most, I want to reveal by episode 5.
That's fair.
If it doesn't happen before episode 5, it's going to be frustrating.
They're going to do like what was it?
But you'll still watch it all the way through.
Of course. I'm already in. I'm in for the whole show. I want to know all about it. There's a lot. Even once I find out what the hell it is, I'm sure there's more story to it. Because he does seem like a really like inventive genius. Like he's like seems he might even be like kind of on the spectrum or something, and so like he's just like fucking always making like some dope ass weird shit.
Yeah, and it seems like his kids have been going through this for like the past, like 10 years or whatever since they were little, and now they're older and asking questions and like and like even in the very first, just like drop everything kind of thing.
They've had to move.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I think they said like in the last 10 years we had 6 identities or some shit. They said.
Damn.
Some shit. Yeah. It's
crazy.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I'm down for it.
It's another good Apple TV show. I honestly. I haven't watched Servant just because I'm not into.
I tried that one.
But I've heard Servant's great.
I tried that one. First season pissed me off. M. Night Shyamalan, I can't stand him as a director. He had one in a possible, as far as his good movies go. Like his only good movies were Sixth Sense. And
Signs?
I was gonna say
no, not Signs.
I like
what was the other
Signs.
one?
This is okay.
Unbreakable.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, all those
Unbreakable.
movies.
So
Unbreakable,
like the
Glass.
other good ones is Glass and Split.
Split was I liked Split.
Yeah, those were really good movies. But those were
M. Night Shyamalan. No.
Yeah, they're all
that's all his
it came out that when Unbreakable came out and Split came out, like or obviously Unbreakable was a big hit. When Split came out, they came out and said like, "Oh, this is from the Unbreakable, like it's in the same world."
Right.
And then they came out with Glass,
Well,
which
it was like a post-scene credit.
right. So and then they came out with Glass, which brought all 3 characters together. But and those were good movies. But that's it. That's it. So I gave that show a shot. I went through the first season expecting some like really dark shit, like because it has that ambiance, it has that premise, like there's something lurking around the corner. And even in the end, after the first season, it never fucking got there. Like it wasn't right. And it got to a point where it was just like it ended the first season. And I'm like, so is this it? So I'm expecting season 2 has to be either the main, like the girl that's in there that made things spooky moved on to another family, or it's a whole other story in general. No, it continued the same stupid fucking story
that they didn't finish in
the first place, and I'm just like, nah,
That sounds like the
I'm done.
killing.
I'm done.
Like the killing, Johnny.
I was done with it. I was just done with it.
Like Handmaid's Tale?
Nah, Handmaid's Tale I fucks with.
No, I'm fucking with that.
I'm fucking with that. As a matter of fact, what's today? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we get a new episode.
Johnny's fighting us every step of the way of the Handmaid's Tale. He's watching it, but it's like he's pissed off about it that he's watching it.
I still haven't gone past that episode that apparently now
shit's turned.
Season 2, episode 5. Now finally,
now it gets going.
apparently
Now you're hitting your stride,
things
Johnny.
get going. Like, that's fucking crazy that the show has to go that far.
I didn't feel that way though.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way either.
I felt like it hit its stride in the first season, and I was in.
It's just such a depressing fucking show.
Not Barney, like
yeah, it's not a
fucking.
It's not a good scenario for anyone.
I understand, but it doesn't.
Material, Johnny.
It's not a good scenario for anyone but a commander.
I get it.
Right.
Commanders are living the life. Let me tell you.
But there's no hope up until season 2, episode 5. That's crazy.
You need hope?
It takes a while.
Yes, you need hope to keep watching. Like, who watches torture? It's like watching a snuff film half the time. Like, why do I want to watch just these people, these poor girls just get tortured the entire time? Like, it's fucking. It
makes those victories all the sweeter.
But the point is, you're right. It does make victory sweeter. If you think there's going to be a victory.
There will be victories.
But when they just continuously, like, at this point, I assume so because I'm watching it 4 years later. Like, this shit is out forever, and I'm driving around fucking the city seeing mad posters and billboards everywhere with this freaking Offred with like long hair and like
street
fire
and
behind
shit,
her and all this shit. And I'm just like, all right, yeah. Obviously, I assume something's gonna happen. There's whatever the tagline is, but I'm watching it from behind. I accept that. I'm not I'm not pissed or anything, but I'm waiting with anticipation the entire time. Like, when the fuck does anything get good? Like, it never ever gets good, and that's the only reason why I keep pushing back on the show. I'm sure it's going to,
or good, just like good writing, good material. Like, I feel like you're
good for offering.
Good for yeah, that's not in the cards, buddy.
That's what I mean.
We're talking about writing, mise en scène.
But there's in good writing, in good storytelling, you're supposed to go like this.
Now you're telling the Handmaid's writers how to write their Emmy-winning show.
I'm just saying that I'm not saying it's bad writing. I am complaining at the fucking Emmy Academy or whatever and saying, how the fuck did you give these people a goddamn...
Only the first season was like cleaned up on Emmys. I don't think they won a single Emmy after the first season.
Let me tell you.
So you're already, because you lost, you're already out of the good stuff.
No, because in the first season, as depressing as it is groundbreaking at that time. So I get it. It's cool. But...
It's cool.
Nah,
yeah.
Play devil's advocate against yourself here.
No, the first season pissed me off.
That's fair. That's fair. It's a it's a dark show. I don't feel great after I finish every episode, but there are those moments where it's like, yes.
But I didn't feel great at the end of every Game of Thrones episode, but I at least felt that there was some overarching story that was going to get me to one day some sort of vindication. And I knew it was 6 seasons away, but I felt that I was getting somewhere. I was on a journey. Right now, I just feel like I'm getting my face dragged through the mud every fucking day.
But then you got your face dragged.
And that's not enjoyable.
The last season of Game of Thrones dragged your face as well. So I don't think that was a very good...
No, that's not true. I enjoyed it.
You did, because you binged it all. It was different for you. We talked about that.
No. I didn't binge it all. I started Game of Thrones the season that it started.
And you watched it all till it aired? I thought I could have swore. Didn't he say that he...
No, it was Rocco. Rocco said that he binged the whole
okay.
thing.
My bad,
He was like,
yeah.
I didn't find it to be that bad because I binged it.
That's right. That was Rocco.
That was Rocco.
I started
Johnny's better than that.
Game of Thrones. I learned about Game of Thrones like 2 months before the season premiere.
Damn.
And then I watched the first season by myself. And Joyce did not like the first episode, so didn't watch it. So I watched the rest of the first season by myself. And then during the off season between season 1 and season 2, she just decided to start watching it, and fell in love with it, and then moved on from there. We watched the whole thing together.
My girl, I think she said she stopped watching it when, what's his name died? Drogo.
Oh, Drogo.
Yeah.
That was still early on, dude.
Yeah.
That was like first season, second season.
Like for
Yeah,
some
that
reason,
was the first season.
women were just like in love with Drogo. Like, and I understand.
it.
I understand. Like
Jason Momoa, dude.
loving
Yeah,
Jason
Jason
Momoa.
Momoa.
I
Yeah.
get that. It was the introduction to Jason Momoa.
But he was a brutal
But at the
rapist.
same time, it was like he was a brutal He would like there was no depth to that character. It was a lot of grunting.
Dothraki. He had to learn
Yeah.
Dothraki for that role. So there
And he
was a
did
little
that,
bit
and
there.
because I remember seeing it again, because
No
Jillian and I we saw it together again, because she wanted to continue watching it after that. I don't even think we even got past that again, but I remember watching it. I'm like, what about this like was so enticing to women? Like about
I
this,
wish I was
like it
Khaleesi.
wasn't.
About how
He
he
was smashing
how
me.
he raped this queen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? Really? What is it? But
Yeah.
whatever, man.
She wasn't even stoked
It was-
about it. She was like
Momoa,
crying, wasn't she, dude? That was not good.
Yeah, and then she won him over.
And the chicks are like, "Oh, he's so
Not
hot."
till she,
That could
not
be
till
me.
she flipped him over and started riding him like a cowgirl.
Bastard.
When she asked one of the chicks, like, or one of the chicks told her, "This is how you got to please your man," or whatever. And the next time she came around, she was like, "I'm gonna run this show."
Yep. That's when we knew.
Yep.
Can't wait to.
Huge digression from whatever the fuck we were talking about.
lighten the
It's
mood a little
insensitive
bit. We gotta
culture.
lighten
It's
the mood a
insensitive
little
culture. All right. So Kevin Feige confirmed that Doctor Strange was in fact written out of WandaVision. So all of the dreams or the commercials were supposed to lead up to.
There's a message from Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it was his way of getting through to her world, and it was supposed to end in a Doctor Strange cameo, and then he and the
felt it.
writers
Felt it.
everyone felt it.
Yeah.
If
That's
Doctor
why it
Strange
hurt so bad because we
if
felt
Doctor
it.
Strange would have shown up at the end, everyone would have just been
That
like,
show
"All
would've
right,
been lit.
cool, all right, fuck
We
it,
good.
we like
Yeah.
it."
Winter Soldier, here we go. Falcon and Winter Soldier, here
Right.
we go. Let's get
It
it,
wouldn't have been
on.
that-
Like, it would have
Yeah.
been dope.
It would have been dope. And now to know that it was supposed to be there, and Kevin Feige and the team of writers were just like, "Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fit this." Which
What?
Maybe.
The reason why bothers me a little bit, but again, maybe that's just my man side.
okay, go
showing,
ahead.
But
Why? It was. Oh
Well,
no,
no,
it
They
was
didn't
the.
want the man coming in and saving the
they
damsel
didn't
in
wanna-
distress.
yeah.
Yes. I get
And
it.
this is right back to
Joe
that-
Rogan and the cis male.
Yes,
Motherfucker.
the whole fucking woke
do
bullshit.
anything.
Do anything.
Woke bullshit
Fuck.
ruined WandaVision.
Stephen Strange.
Yeah, it did.
But-
it did, and so that's why I'm like,
It's so
But at the
stupid to
same
try to
time-
think about that. Like to have to think about, oh, this man. So just to be like Doctor Strange, not even thinking about it like Doctor Strange, who is obviously like an individual who is.
He's a sorcerer.
Let's take it. He's a sorcerer, and he is in charge of keeping the timeline together and all of this. And
Literally his job. And
That
they're like,
is
he
his
cannot
job.
do his job because he's a straight white male. That's why.
like it is the dumbest reason to not do that.
especially since they say in the show that she's already more powerful than him. So he can't have saved the day. She's more powerful than him.
Not according to Kevin Feige.
You know
Not if she didn't realize her full potential.
I guess. You know what
Whatever.
I'm saying? Like, there's
Devil's
a part of me
advocate my ass
that's like,
over
you know, I guess some, you know, women and girls were able to see this show and feel more empowered because Wanda did it all by herself and had no guys help
Agnes
her.
was a strong female character.
I don't see why it has to be. I don't see that she necessarily would be reduced as in her strength if
Doctor Strange came in and
if Doctor Strange's message got through and helped her. Right. You know, he's not necessarily saving the day. He's just adding continuity to the fucking universe
timeline. Yeah.
But
I promise you, it more than likely would not have received that backlash.
It probably wouldn't have. I mean, I'm sure someone would have. There's always. You can't please everyone.
No, you can't. The internet has too much of
there's too much reach.
There's too much reach with the internet, man. And now we're just worried about being bullied by a bunch of people who don't know who the fuck we are.
Kevin Feige got bullied by woke culture.
He did.
He did?
I mean, it seems like it based on what we just
yeah.
I just had that.
He got preemptively bullied.
He bullied himself into it, is what happened.
It's just trying to.
Other people were bullied, and he was like, "I don't even want that bully." So
It's like Walk wearing his mask. He's like, "I don't want no smoke."
Yeah, I don't want any.
Exactly.
I don't want to be approached by anyone to say anything to me. I just want to fly under the fucking radar.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna fucking write Doctor Strange out of this fucking.
I'll tell you
show.
one thing, man. With Johnny being as analytical as he is, and just like playing the devil's advocate all the time. If we all ever wrote a movie together, every bit of detail would be
have to go through Johnny. He would have to be the deciding factor. Hey, would this be?
It would take us like 10 years, but when someone asked the question of why would he do this? Oh, Johnny. It's because he walked down this street. So because he took that path, it really resulted in this. Where if he would have, like, yo, bro,
exactly.
He thinks of every
match up.
They're not gonna do an Alice trailer on me. Like,
they will. And that'll be the part that
Cinema Sins.
It's gonna be like 15
seconds long. It'll be like, well, this is it. Good job, Johnny.
Oh man, horrible. All right, so that's all I have for Hollywood. So let's end this on a question.
Okay.
On a question. So I have a question. So what is a pet peeve of yours that most people do, that it's considered like maybe like the norm almost? But it's a pet peeve, and I'll start it so to give you
don't you take mine
an opportunity. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You go. No. I want you to go.
My pet peeve. I remember when I was always is. I actually have two of them. One is if I know that you are a person that is constantly on your phone, and I text you. And I get no response, like at all, for days. I want to cut you. I want to cut you off. Like I don't even want to fucking talk to you. So that is a major pet peeve for me because
if they have an Apple Watch and you know it went right to their fucking wrist and it fucking alerted them to your message
it's even worse than that. Like yes, that's extreme. That would be extremely annoying. But like if you know this person always has their phone and they posted online
they're on
since you sent them a message.
That's
worst. Annoying. That is extremely annoying, and that to me shows me like, oh, you just didn't give a fuck about what I was trying to talk about, or what I sent you, and they didn't acknowledge your message at all, huh?
Well, what if they don't know what to reply yet?
It doesn't matter. It's
Maybe
been
it's
it's
a
been 5
complex-
days, and I was reminded by it when I went to text the person again, and I saw they didn't even fucking respond to that, and then I just fuck them.
That's fine.
Fuck 'em.
That is fine.
And it'd be like family and shit. And then my second pet peeve that most people do, like for me before it was K, just a K, tells me you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It tells me you do not give a fuck about, especially when it's something when I laid out like a bunch of stuff and I wanted like some sort of response, and then I get a K.
Yeah.
That shit annoyed the fuck out of me. But K just got switched over with a
Thumbs up.
thumbs up on an Apple phone, on an iPhone.
The thumbs up doesn't hit me like the K does.
Oh, wait. Do you mean the thumbs up
Yeah.
emoji being sent or the double tap?
The double
thumbs
tap
up?
thumbs up.
Oh, what's the double tap?
If it's something like
oh, the double
I don't
tap
even
thumbs up.
like even the heart doesn't bother, like like it's like, because it's an emotion, it's like, oh, I like that idea, whatever. Thumbs up just to me is just like, all right,
I
like,
thumbs up shit.
I
all the
acknowledge
time,
it.
though. Like,
No,
like
I
thumbs
understand,
up.
and that's the point. The point is, it's normal. It's normal. It's normal for most
But now
people.
I'm a
They
dick
use
'cause
it.
that thumbs. I liked what you said, and now I'm a fucking asshole.
No, but
Yeah, it's like
It
a
is
like.
It is
It's
a like. If I liked your status,
No,
like,
but it's
that'd be dope.
no. I'm talking about like in text though.
Like in the group chat.
Not,
like if you said
yeah,
something
like
in
in
the
the
group chat and I like it, I'm like, yo, that's dope.
Yeah.
Right.
I
No,
don't have
like you
anything
say
to
something.
add. I can't further the conversation, but I liked what you had to say.
I think that's where it is. It's like if it's something where I wanted somebody to
Right.
add something, and then you just get no addition to it. I
Sometimes
feel
I
no
will-
type of way
I will like
about
it.
it.
I'll
It's
give
like,
it the thumbs up.
yo,
But then
like,
I'll add a little
elaborate.
something.
Like
I'll
no
add something
feedback.
after.
That's all I got.
elaborate. Like, like fuck.
But sometimes I'll still hit somebody with a K, even though I know how
I
much I
fucking hate K, dude. K is
If
the
I'm pissed,
worst.
and if it's only it's
The
if
only
I-
thing
if I
worse
want
than
them to know
K
I'm pissed.
is KK.
No, see, I feel like KK is better.
I
In
don't
my
like
opinion,
KK.
if I get a
KK is
KK,
annoying
I
too.
feel like KK is a
KK
little bit
is
better.
annoying.
It's not much better,
Dude,
but it's a little bit better than just a K.
Dude, we're not using T9 anymore. Like T9
KK.
was the only reason to ever use a K.
Wait, a KK though would be harder with T9, but the K is old people text. Like I will get a text from my mom or my dad with a K, and
That won't bother me.
there's no malicious intent.
No, that wouldn't
behind
bother
it.
me.
There's
That wouldn't
just-
bother me.
They think that's how it is. Like,
No,
oh, okay.
that's-
If you're a young person,
Right.
They get a slide
Yes.
on all
Yes.
text.
if you're a young person and the majority of our conversations is via text, and you know everything, like it's like you obviously know how to fucking use your phone, and you hit me with a K,
Okay.
fuck you.
I'm about to drop
I
it.
hate
I'm
that
about to
shit.
drop mad K's in the group
You know-
chat from now on. Just K.
You know who
and
does
hate
it?
That shit.
Just not
You
three
know,
in a
you
row.
know,
Just
you
don't
know
do
who
three
I
in a
noticed
row.
recently that does it, and I don't believe it's malicious or there's ill intent behind it, but it still annoys me, is my girl. My girl just hits me with the K. But she is not a technology person at all.
If it comes from your girl, there's
but
automatic.
does it still
automatic
burn
She
you?
is
malicious
not,
intent
but
if
she
it
is
comes from
not
your
a
girl.
technology person. She's the person, like she'll write a text message.
Does it burn
Huh?
you though?
It
It does burn me. Yeah, I fucking
burns
hate
you.
it.
Think of her like an old person. If she's not technologically savvy, just pretend it's like your mom.
Yeah,
Just,
like I'll get
okay,
hit.
sure.
And it do be in those situations. Like I don't think I remember like an okay, like a legit okay from her. So I can't get mad about it. But it do be the only times that when I realize that this just went down is something like, hey, I'm doing this later, or I'm going to the gym after work, or something like that, where a K could possibly be like, oh, fuck you, all right. You know what I mean? Like in those situations.
She's like a nurse, though, isn't she? Maybe she's just busy doing nurse stuff. I know nurses are
No,
always
I'm
busy.
talking about she works on weekends.
Oh,
That's why I have no weekends to myself.
You don't sound salty about that
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. No, she works on weekends, so it's like it's not the common thing. You know what I mean? It's not that she's busy. She's just not a technology savvy person like at all.
It's just easy to
I
press one button.
I
that
bought
says
her
K.
a MacBook Air
And you
when we first got it. When we first got it, all she does is shop on it. She doesn't use it for anything other than shopping.
What else does she got?
Nothing.
Right.
Just to respond to me and go,
Message
okay.
UK.
Do you guys have any pet peeves?
I actually have a couple. You did too. Like I have one that's sort of serious and one that isn't. The turning signal. If you don't use your fucking signal, dude, like it's not that hard. Flip the fucking thing. Like I despise it, and I'm a big signal guy. Like if I'm turning into my driveway on my street by myself, just out of habit, I will throw the signal out. I'll be like, yep, I'm turning here, like just because that's how I was taught to drive. So like, when you're going to make a right and the car in front of you is making a right and they're slowing the fuck down with no signal, dude, like the signals just really piss me off. Like, it's not that hard.
I hate that
Throw
too.
on your motherfucking signal. Let me know. Like it's cool. I don't care. I don't care if you're turning. Just give me a heads up.
I hate it when it's like. I hate it when that person that doesn't do the signal has done it a couple times, and then they're still going in the way that I'm going. I'm like, fuck this guy. Or if they're slowing me down because I don't know if they're coming in a way. Right, and they're turning where I'm coming from, and I'm waiting for them. I'm at the stop sign. No, I'm at the stop sign. I just want to go straight. Right. But this car is coming my way, and then very last second, either turn or hit that signal like that second, and I'm just like, "Fuck you!" Oh my god!
That sounds like your pet peeve as well. You don't.
I have so many. I have so many. I have so many, dude.
That, and then my other one.
Apple has made me like deeply hate humanity.
Even turn signals. That's how deep it is.
I can't wait to get away from like that feeling, but like I used to want to help humanity so bad, and then I'm just like, nah, man. Like fuck them. Fuck them.
The other one was when people FaceTime me unannounced, like just FaceTime call me.
That doesn't happen to me often.
I don't like it. It doesn't happen too often, but when it does, I'm like, what the? Even like, I don't want to FaceTime anybody. Like, even if my mom FaceTime me, like, I probably wouldn't answer, dude, because I just don't want to. I don't want to be FaceTimed. I honestly don't want to be called, but I would I would react better to a call than I would a FaceTime for sure. Just like that's so. I feel like it's kind of smug. Like, just like, yeah, this person wants to see me, and I want to see them right now. I know they want to see me, so I'm gonna fucking FaceTime.
I saw something recently that said it. It's like you FaceTiming me or you trying to FaceTime me is like coming to my house unannounced.
Absolutely.
Don't fucking do that.
Right. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I don't want to see you ever. So just stop. Yeah, those are my two. The two that popped into my head when you brought that up.
Nice.
That's funny. I've met people that like exclusively interact through FaceTime.
No.
So that's the only thing that they're always FaceTiming people, and it's just like,
that's so weird.
It's weird.
That's weird. And since we're talking about pet peeves, what person I want to punch anytime I see it. Like, I want to smack the shit out of him is the person that takes all of his fucking phone calls on speaker in public.
Oh, the speaker.
Yo, I remember there was one dude that we worked with that would do that on lunch breaks. And like when we're on lunch breaks, we're at the stand. When we're on lunch breaks, everybody's quiet. Everybody's just trying to be in their own fucking world because we just heard. And this dude is just sitting there at the table having his whole fucking conversation on speaker like this.
I need to know who this is.
Bruh, oh my God.
Wait, and nobody said anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And it's just like,
I can't believe no one said anything.
I think eventually, like it would.
Bro, come on. Are you going to do your cold call on speakerphone, bro?
I don't even want people hearing my shit. Like,
no.
That's not even something I would entertain at all.
Someone calls me when someone.
I hate that.
You turn the volume down with your finger because you don't want
someone
anybody
calls
around
me,
you
it's
to
just
hear.
like, oh, okay, hold on. And I'm walking up and I'm getting up and I'm going somewhere else to have this conversation. So I don't understand the person that has it all on speaker. And that shit, same shit. If you're in your fucking car and you have your phone on Bluetooth, I just want you to know that everyone around you, whether you have your windows up or down, everyone can hear your conversation, and no one gives a fuck about what you want to talk about with this other person. I just want to throw that out there. Johnny, do you have any pet peeves?
Oh, I know he does.
I'm sure I have as many as y'all.
I have so
You'll think of them later.
But yeah, I'll think of them later. The only one I could think of right now that I know is my number one pet peeve is funny. It's I hate listening to the same story more than once.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I hate when people tell me a story that I've already heard and they tell it to me
As if you never heard
as if the first time as if I've never heard that
could
story.
be an honest
And I'm
mistake,
like,
though. Like, they didn't realize they told you.
Sure.
Nah, but sometimes it's just like a story they say
It's
mad time.
That's the only story they got.
It could sometimes, or it's just specific to whatever topic we're talking about. I don't know. Maybe it could be about like a time when someone went to a brewery tasting, and that's the only brewery tasting story they got, right? So they just, every time anything brewery related comes up, they got to interact with this story. It's like, I don't need you to tell me. I remember that you went and you went to that brewery and you enjoyed it.
I don't want to hear that shit again.
But I don't also want to shit on them and their moment, right? So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I fucking heard this. Or as a kid, I used to do this to my parents all the time, and I used to be like, no, you already told me that. No, yeah, you already told me you did that. And I still, unfortunately, when I talk to my dad, like my dad calls me and he tells me about something that he already literally told me about like 2 days ago. And I'm just like, yeah. And now I'm trying to do it a little smarter. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. That's what I do with my parents.
Because I've been on the receiving end of that, because sometimes it's not something that you do often, but you'll tell a story like, oh, have I told you? And then some people are like assholes about it. It's like, yo, you already fucking told me that. So like, it's like on the receiving end, it's just like, oh. All right, I don't really know what to say now. It's like an awkwardness now. It's like, oh, all right, my bad.
Right.
I'm guilty.
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped saying it, because I've seen that feedback where it's like, okay, cool, all right. What do I say next? So yeah, so now I just listen to the story, but internally I'm like, this motherfucker really don't remember telling me this story 3 times. I can't believe he don't remember. He's told me this story 3 times
I'm guilty
already.
of re-asking people if they've watched or seen like a movie or a TV show. Like if I'm into something, like my sister, I must have asked her if she's seen The Handmaid's Tale like 5 times. I'm like, Liz, have you checked The Handmaid's Tale? She's like, no, you asked me that last time I was here. And I was like, oh, well, it's a good show. And then I still tell her about it again, like as if I didn't already tell her about it. I'll re-explain it. I'll mansplain it for her so that maybe she'll find it interesting this time.
Yeah,
but she doesn't.
You're actually really turning me off to this.
Yeah, that's why she refuses to watch it now. So that's great, Dave.
Oh shit. Any other pet peeves, man? I can't think of all of them.
Nah, I'm sure I have more, but
bro, I've been so triggered by so many things as of late. It's so it's like not even cool. Like I need to calm the fuck down. Like really, like humanity is just like pissing me. Another thing, and I'll probably just leave it at that, because we're not gonna go
more weed, bro. You gotta smoke more weed.
We're not gonna go through all of my pet peeves, but another thing is just like
another show.
People who, and when I was younger, I was probably guilty of it, but people who overly use like social media and just like it's all selfies,
Oversharing.
just like
or
just like oversharing their life.
what they had for breakfast.
Like I have,
what they're doing.
like I have family members like they'll just like snap, like they'll do something and it's all boomerangs, just boomerang after boomerang, and then it's just like, and it's just like relaxing after work, and it's just like a selfie, just like a regular, just like yo, relaxing, it's like like
Cooling
out.
cooling out with the fam, and it's just a selfie, and it's just like just like why? What's the fucking point?
Cooling out with the fam.
Yeah.
Internet is just annoying in general.
It
I wish
is.
I could. You stopped.
The Facebook is dope,
Stories
dude. I've been
ruined
living a
it.
dope life since I got on Facebook. I promise it's been so good. Just with Instagram when I want memes, fun shit that I'm interested in, and just so much less racism, so much less everything. It's great.
I find myself even like scrolling through comments when I know that people are gonna be triggered. I go through like comments on Instagram, and this is like, yo, I need to just fucking chill. Like I need to stop. When it comes to Instagram, I may go through the shit that I'm following and only like be selective of the shit that I follow. But then again, I'm like too lazy to go through everything that I've ever followed. Start unfollowing literally everything.
I did a clean. I did a
I would want to do
cleansing.
that. I may do that soon.
Probably a couple hours, dude. Just me clearing out fucking thoughts and all kinds of bullshit that were just confusing my timeline up. Like I couldn't scroll through Instagram without like 5 booties and all kinds of wild shit. That was just super distracting. Not that I don't want to see fat booties all the time, but like there was a point where it was just like, dude, what are you doing? Like
Damn,
it was,
I thought my shit
and I
was
had to
bad.
clean it up, and now there's only like the top tier booties that are still on my timeline. That Alexis, Texas, you're still there.
My timeline is good. It's my Explore page.
Yeah.
I don't go through
Not
Explore
Bill.
page though.
I don't go there either, but you have to
I
go
do
there if
I'm
you're
guilty.
actually
you're
searching for
something,
something.
I go there and scroll.
And so that's where it always pops up. It's when I'm actually looking for a person that I know or a specific account, and I go to the Explore
Holy
page, and I'm
shit.
like, holy shit. Because that's the basic, that's the picture of Instagram has of you. That's basically
These are the things that we think you would like.
This is what Instagram
Didn't we
thinks
do
what
that?
you like, and I look at it and I'm like, holy shit,
didn't we
that's not
screenshot
good.
our Explore pages and send them to the group chat just to
I
show
think
all
so.
the random bullshit?
All the shit that I don't look at.
Yeah, that's just jack dudes.
And a fake runner. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Good shit. Good shit. Interesting. Which account is that logged into?
That's mine. Like, and I don't, and I like unfollowed so many, like, because I used to follow a lot of fitness stuff, and I started unfollow. You know what I do more instead of unfollowing? I mute. I mute shit.
That's why.
So I need to like just completely
So you still follow?
unfollow these things. If
I mean, unless beefcake, dang.
fuck you. If it's someone I personally know, I mute it.
Yeah.
And then, but if it's like a regular ass page, I unfollow that shit.
I just
completely.
unfollowed a whole shitload of people I know, and
Yeah?
I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't do anything. Like I don't want anybody to notice or feel weird about it. Because like I could see someone getting offended. Like I feel like I would be offended, but I didn't care. Like I was like, you don't post anything. Like I would look and see when their most recent post was, and if it wasn't like within the last year, fuck off.
The only things I refuse to follow is when people get a fucking like a new cat or an animal, and they create an IG page and then they follow me, and I know that that's your fucking cat.
Are you not following Cliff
I do
the Cutie
right
right now?
follow Cliff the Cutie because
Okay.
I do.
I was just about to say.
You're about
do.
to have some problems
up.
right now.
You don't follow Cliff and
That's
Chica?
that's it.
I feel like
I don't think I follow Chica.
feel like
I don't think I follow Chica.
If not, I'm gonna follow Chica tonight.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
not bad.
I don't know if I do.
That's all right. I haven't posted anything on Chica's page in
okay.
like
I
2
want to
years.
say that I saw that. Like, I was like, oh, Chica got a page, and You didn't page anything.
She ain't active. I'm
Nah,
sorry,
nah,
Chica.
nah, I'm not doing all that. No, but like I'll have like coworkers and stuff, and then like I follow them. I don't even really want to follow them, but I did anyway because we work together, you know. And then they fucking get a cat, especially cats. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a cat person.
If you have a cat,
I'm not a
cats.
cat person. So like I don't cats.
Sorry, this is not
No.
a cat
this is not
pod.
a cat pod.
Dog, I can understand. I
This is a
understand
dog pod.
dogs and all that. Like I've had dogs.
Sorry.
I love them.
Sorry, cat lovers.
Nah, there's no way that you can convince me that cats have emotions and that they're cute. And every single fucking picture is the same. He looks like he wants to murder you. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
Because he does.
Murder.
Or she
Word.
does.
They want to murder
you.
That's a murder.
I saw the perfect meme about like dogs. It's like dogs. A dog looks at you and go, "You feed me. You must be a god." And and the cats look at you and go, "You feed me. I must be a god." That was like the perfect one. That was like the perfect meme about
so
it.
true.
Like fuck cats, man. I don't like cats.
Word.
So sorry if you're listening to this
that an
and you
episode
followed
title?
me.
Fuck cats. Can we be that decisive? Just really
Just
let
that
it
blunt?
be known. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck cats. We'll get some.
Are we talking about the
Anti-cats
musical?
pod.
Anti-cats pod.
All right, guys. Do we have anything else to add to this this question? No more pet peeves.
Fuck with
Nah.
that Gary's good.
Nothing for the question. Nothing
Gary's
for the
good
pod.
vodka.
Just
Gotta
got it
go.
good.
Gotta
Got
go.
me feeling
Gotta
good.
go.
Gotta go.
All right.
Episode title. Gotta go.
All right. Guys, it's the end of the episode. Thank you for staying this long. If you are listening to this song play out, we appreciate you. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts. Shout out to Director's Cut
Yeah, I was about to say.
for hooking us up with this giveaway, sponsoring the episode, and be on the lookout tomorrow because this is going to air on Thursday the 20th, and we will be putting out the rules for this giveaway on the 21st on Friday. So look out for the rules tomorrow, and we can give you this awesome package. So shout out to, again, Director's Cut Liquids. If you want to purchase some Director's Cut Liquids, www.directorscutliquids.com. Apparently also shout out to Gary's Goods because they
fucking.
Apparently they're fucking. So great. But for sure, shout out to DFAT Entertainment, our network, our network affiliate. So please check out their content. If you search DFAT Entertainment on your favorite podcast app, you'll have a list of different shows that will just pique your nerd interest. So, but other than that, guys, also YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Before we forget. But other than that, hit that like. We love you.
Subscribe.
Peace out.
Peace out, man.